your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
Well, Happy New Year, Vigilante Nation, as we get set for round 7 of the Vigilante Racing League's Premiere Series. This is VRN coming to you live from virtual Joliet, Illinois for the 0 Hour 200 at Chicagoland Speedway. My name is Alan Vaught, and I'll be bringing you all of the racing excitement and action here tonight. And as always, we got to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing tonight's race and keeping these boys in line. And it's not only New Year's Eve, folks, it's also Lori's birthday. So be sure to give her a shout out in the chat throughout the race on the occasion of her 29th birthday. And with that, we'll get you started with some racing details. Make sure you hit us up in the chat tonight, folks. I will read your comments as long as they are safe for work during the broadcast. All right, here we go, folks. So 133 laps here tonight. That's 200 virtual miles. The drivers only have 65% of their fuel capacity. They do have 4 additional sets of tires over the wall. No fast repairs for this series. So if they get themselves in trouble early, it's going to be a long evening for the driver of that truck. The instant limit is set to 25 and 6. And as always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dog, and the wave rounds. So we are going into round 7 of the 13-round championship. So this is the halfway point, and here's how it looks right now. The 51, Dylan Bryant, defending his title right now on top of the leaderboard with 157 points. You got Jack Dixon following closely in second at 144. Number 13 of Andy Player in third at 136. 127 is the number that Scott Roney holds there in fourth position, and the 89 of Craig Goodenough has 126 points. So a little bit of a spread starting to develop between first to fifth, but still pretty tight there at the top of the leaderboard, and Dylan Bryant running strong for this championship. He's pretty hungry for this, so see how it turns out for him as we get to the end of this season. Like I said, halfway, 6 races to go after this tonight. And we will round everything up at Homestead Miami Speedway on the 11th of February in the new year, 2026. We'll take a look right now. Folks, these guys are still on track doing their qualifying run. You're taking a look right now at Jacob Alicia there out of Indianapolis. And we'll see what else we got going on here. Get you some atmospherics while we wait for these guys to finish up here. Take a look at the weather. All right, 68 degrees is the air temp. It's not that hot, folks. It's pretty cool. Track temp, 1 degree hotter, 69 degrees Fahrenheit. The humidity is sitting around 86%. And we do have a pretty good breeze at 11 miles per hour out of the northwest. And we're under partly cloudy skies. Let's see if anybody else is still on the track doing their qualifying. We do have a couple. Maybe he just finished up a couple of these guys. Yep. Take a look at Kelly Kill. Like he's winding it down as well. Tom Barrison at 35, past Christian in Mississippi's own. Chris Goins is out there. Maybe John came back out. I think he did. Here's John Shane Bachler out of Louisville, Kentucky, making his run. He must have had some kind of a problem, had to reset. Looking pretty loose as he's getting through the corner there. Tom Barris jumps all the way up to second on the leaderboard here, just behind Andy Player right now. See in your left-hand column. See if that holds. You got Chris Goins out of Charlotte, North Carolina, is out there now making his run. I'll give you some details on the track and everything once we get started. These guys are going to wrap it up here momentarily, and we're going to get to racing right off the bat. Happy New Year, guys out there. Please be safe if you're out or you're going to go out after the race. Things can get crazy on a night like tonight, and we certainly want you guys back next week for the next VRN broadcast, safe and sound. Probably going to pretty much wrap it up here. We still got Shane Bachler out there. Right now, he's in 10th. Yeah, he's the last one here. So once we get that, we'll be able to get your starting grid. Looking pretty good right now for Andy Player to be able to hold the top of the leaderboard. Oh, and the 12 machine just runs out of time there. All right, folks, here we go. Look at your grid. So Andy Player does hold on to the top leaderboard, pole position for the 13 machine. Tom Barish in second. Great qualifying effort for him there. 31, Jacob Alicia's third. Dylan Bryant brings it home fourth. Trevor Robertson fifth. Jonathan Osborne sixth. Seventh is Albert Anderson, America's driver. Mike Adamson eighth. Aaron Warren, that 22 machine, in ninth. John Shanebuckler in 10th. Kelly Keel 11th. Scott Roney in 12th position. 13th is Chris Gomes. Scott Milner is in 14th. Mike Everidge is in 15th. Sean McDonald 16th. Dustin Wade 17th. 18th position is Dave Mayberry. Greg Klein 19th. Anthony Williams in 20th. And Jesse Redding in the 21st and final starting position here tonight. So that is your lineup, folks. Should be an exciting event. It's a really good run here on Monday night. You're going to see a lot of green flag racing, most likely. Can't promise for sure. But if they get spread out just a bit, this turns into a strategy race, and undercuts, overcuts, fuel mileage. We'll talk a little about that as we get along. Get you guys set up here with the audio. You should be able to hear these drivers talking tonight here a little bit.
Exactly. Alright guys, the rules for tonight. You have to be in this Discord, complete the race, and not...
Yeah, you guys can hear Lori giving them the business right now. She's laying out the rules for them. Talk a little bit about this track. So Chicagoland Speedway is a 1.5 mile D-shaped oval, tri-oval in fact, known for its 18-degree corner banking, long sweeping arcs, and a backstretch that never actually straightens out. The track produces fast and momentum-driven racing where aero stability and rhythm matter as much as the raw speed. And unlike Kansas, which we raced earlier this year, that had progressive banking, Chicagoland does not. And it's all about commitment, managing the dirty air, and maintaining high speed through the long turns and continuous curves. So, yeah, it's going to be almost like a speedway track here tonight, folks. Now, on that first start of the race here, the flagman will control it. So there's no advantage to the leader here. Both Player and Barish are able to go at the same time. However, on any restart, it will be in the control of the leader, who is able to launch once within the restart zone. We'll talk about that once we get to that point.
Hey, careful on lap one. The tires are kind of cold and really loosening that pull.
Yeah, Players, he's talking to the other guys. Hey, man, it's going to be a little bit slippery at first. You can see this truck pull off here, and these guys are going to get underway.
Green, green, green.
And we are underway, folks. Green flag is out. Players gets a pretty good launch on the bottom, but really not that much of an advantage over the 35. You start to see a little bit of creep back now. Got Alicia there pushing pretty hard in the second on the bottom lane. Trevor Robertson in 6th trying to sneak through on the 35 as well. Take advantage while he has a chance. This start and any restarts we have are going to be prime time for making some passes, because once you get spread out a little bit, you have to really set up the guy in front of you to make that pass. Already a challenge for the lead. 6 is going on to 31, trying to make it 3 wide almost there in the tri-oval. The leader caution's already out, folks. Let's see what we think that was. We don't really have.
Sorry, Aaron.
Sounds like maybe Aaron Warren.
My damn car fluorescent orange next week.
Let's go find his car here. Here we go. He's in a 22 right here, folks, right in the middle of your screen. I'm going to back it up just a little bit to see. Yep, I figured this started a little bit earlier.
If it was going to be anybody, Dave, I would want it to be you.
Little far chase here. So you see the white 22 right there in front of you. The Alabama machine. They're making their way down the backstretch. Running that bottom here. This is, we're coming to complete one lap here. So these tires are still cold. He gets out of shape a little bit. He's trying to catch it. Doesn't quite get it. And then the 29 gets a piece of him. Dave Mayberry there in the Happy Birthday Lori machine. Oh, that's unfortunate. And these guys do not have any fast repairs here tonight, folks. No fast repair for these drivers. And he had to tow. So it's going to be a long night for Aaron Warren if he ends up getting back into the race. Let's take a look at the damage on
Dave, at least your nice truck
Mayberry.
This is true. Bright and early, too.
Oh, he really tore up that machine. He did up a special paint job for Lori. He got the happy birthday at the top of the windscreen wrong. It should be happy 29th birthday. But, yeah, you know, we'll let him deal with Lori later on that one. But happy birthday on the hood there. He is not having a happy truck, though, in that left front end. He's really tore up right now. He's not going to be able to do any quick fast repair here. He's going to have to sit in there and just put in the time for them to bend that sheet metal back around that tire. And hopefully he can get back in here and make some laps. So we didn't complete one lap before we had our first caution. Don't expect that this is going to be the way things run. I think that's just a product of cold tires on a cold track here tonight. And you saw that the 22 was out of shape there, which that kind of bottled everything up and people were trying to dodge him. Just one of those racing deals. You got some cameras here tonight, folks. So your onboards, your real life onboards are going to be for Kelly Kill, Scott Roney in the 02313 of your leader right here, Andy Player, Dave Mayberry in that 29 machine, Dustin Wade back from a little bit of a hiatus in the 68 machine, and the 81 of Jonathan Osborne. All these guys tonight have onboard cameras rather for us to take a look at. And actually, I think I saw someone joining at the last, yeah, and also Jacob Alicia in the 31 machine. That was the other addition that came in just before we went live on the broadcast. That will bring 7 trucks with onboard cameras tonight. That's a pretty good amount. 21 drivers is a little bit light for our normal field here, but it is New Year's Eve, so we understand that. But hey, man, we're going to have some fun here tonight. Run an official race for points. An opportunity for some folks to get out here, get them a win on the board, and make a run for this championship. As we move into the new year, 2026, we got a lot of exciting things here at VRL coming up for you guys. A lot of endurance racing events. We got new seasons coming up, slightly different, perhaps, formats. So we are also waiting to see what NASCAR comes out with as far as championship points, and maybe consider taking a look at ours. And if we want to modify it at all. We currently don't follow strictly their championship point system as we're coming around for the green flag again here. So we're not wed to it in any way, but it's something, if they do something we like, we might consider that. So that's why we have more to announce after the new year. As the pace truck is going to pull down off the racing surface here and hand over control of this race to the 13, who will be able to launch inside the restart zone. You see blue on the pavement and the wall. Anywhere in here he can launch, and he just did. We're back underway. You can see the advantage that gives the driver, the leader rather, which is, you know, they earned it. They're in the front. Whenever that flag comes out, they deserve a little bit of an advantage on that restart. 31 really making a good run, going straight to the outside, hoping to get to the right rear and maybe pull back the 13. Oh, a little bit of misdirection there by the 31. Went high and then came back low, hoping to catch the 13 off guard. 6 is going to try to get around to the outside of the 31 here while staying off the wall. 51's bringing it in here. Also, the 99 machine looks like, yes, of Albert Anderson. Sporting America's colors here tonight on New Year's Eve. We got John Shanebachler out there on his radio comms asking if this was the last lap of the race. And these boys are actually getting after it. You got 5 trucks right here, 6 trucks under a blanket nearly. Kelly Kill bringing up the caboose here of this fight for the lead in the 01. You see how long and still curved this backstretch is. These guys are never actually holding the wheel entirely straight. It gets pretty close in the middle of the backstretch for a moment, and then they start to arc in again. Our team's able to hold the lead for right now. That clean air is king. You're having to fight dirty air, like I mentioned a little bit about this place. No progressive banking. However, many lanes to be able to run, but where you're fighting the entire time is that dirty air. And what I mean by that is the air coming off of the truck in front of you. The Lori put across the screen earlier, but it didn't show up. It'll show up from this point forward. But this is a money race tonight, as she's mentioning. She put a little extra on the line here. She felt good. It's her birthday. It's New Year's Eve. She said, hey, go throw some cash at these guys. This is a normal points paying race, but a little extra incentive here now for these drivers to bring it home on the top step of the podium. And I think she's probably going to do a random draw also for anyone who actually stayed throughout the entire race. So if they get wrecked out, like you saw Aaron Warren get some damage, if he stays in the race, he still has an opportunity to win some cash. Take a look on the chat here for you guys. Got Beefcake 2000. I don't know if I'm saying that right, buddy, but go drivers, go. Sorry I couldn't make it tonight. I will be back next week. Go get them, Team Phoenix. Don't know who that is. That might be Mike Adamson. I don't think he's in the field tonight. Then you got, he's also saying happy birthday to Lori. Lori's saying thanks to Papa Anderson. That's Albert Anderson, who's now moved into second place here. Folks trying to chase down that 13. But that's Albert Anderson's father out there in the chat saying happy birthday to Lori. Anderson Clan's here tonight supporting that 99. Cole Walsh saying happy birthday to Lori. Let's go, Dylan. She's a Dylan fan. And happy New Year to everybody. And I'm not saying this handle right, but at Dim, not sure what that is, but happy birthday, Renee. And Albert Anderson Sr. saying no worries, Lori. Also, happy New Year. Nothing happened on the track, folks. I'm just getting through this chat for you. Kyle Vaught out there saying great paint job, Uncle Dave, talking about the happy birthday paint job. Yes, it was. Got Kathy A saying Team Albert in the house. Happy birthday, Lori. Hope you're having a fantastic day and happy New Year to everybody. Kyle pulling for Trevor Robertson, that 6 machine out there. Trevor fell back just a little bit. He's actually still up 2 spots from where he began the race. Currently running in 3rd with the 51 breathing down his neck of Dylan Bryant. As we see Andy Player really making a pretty good run of it here, already out to nearly half a second advantage. That's a lot here, Chicago. If he gets outside of 1 second, it'll start to build most likely. Caleb Provax out there saying happy birthday, Mama Lori. And Lori's just thanking everybody, bunch of posts in there, thanking everybody who asked, wished her a happy birthday. Yeah, Dustin really, happy birthday, Lori. And what did Jesse cook you for supper? He's talking about me. And she said we had Olive Garden. Yep, of course. Amanda Wade out there saying happy birthday to Lori. Dustin, really, again, nice. Amanda said she missed us. Glad our schedules are getting back in shape. Yep, we did mention that Dustin Wade has made his way back, been out for a little bit. I asked if Dobson was here. I'm not sure why it shows my name on the PC, but not on my phone. Nope, he is not here tonight. And with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and jump through. We got Kenneth Warnock saying happy birthday to Lori as well, and happy New Year to everybody. And that's it for the chat, folks. 16 of you out there, thanks for tuning in here on this New Year's Eve. This is definitely a safe place to be, as these guys are 17 laps into this 133-lap event. Now, let's see if anybody took any pit stops there. Nope, only the guys involved in it. So everybody else has not been on pit lane. And these trucks should only be able to run around 30 laps on a tank of fuel, especially if they're not in, if they're outside of the draft. So the 13, for instance, may be up here in that lead, pushing the air, burning a little bit more as you see this tight racing here between the 99, the 6, and the 51. You got Alicia looking to put his nose in here and get into the fight. This is a battle for second. Once they kind of figure this out, we might go through the field. Oh, Lori's telling me that at Beefcake is a Dobson himself. Good to know. I never can tell about these handles. And sometimes you start to read a handle and you realize maybe you shouldn't have read that handle. So, yep, he's telling me I am Dobson. I'm in the spirit. Good fun. Won't let him in tonight. Oh, girlfriend, rather. She needs me available. Well, you got to listen to the boss of the house there. Looks like this is shaking out a bit. 99 may have the advantage. The 6 and the 01 looking to make his way around the 51 here. Kelly Kill having a good run here so far tonight. Having qualified well. But now he's up 8 spots where he began. He was very fast here on Monday night, in fact. So I'm not surprised to see this as he's coming up here to try and work with the 99 to get past the 6. Try to get a draft, not necessarily work with the 99. A little bit of draft with him, perhaps. You can see how you can still lose momentum. That Highline has momentum, and if it has more trucks, you're kind of caught out on that bottom line. And you're not able to track out to the wall either. So still having a great run up, 6 spots, very fast. Don't be surprised once we get in here, hit these pit stops and everything, for him to be up here challenging for the win. Came in second here on Monday night. As we take a look at his in real life onboard, he races out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Great setup he's got going here with triple monitors, so he got good visibility, information screen above, and he's got the live VRN broadcast down there at the bottom. The extra info screen he's using to monitor actually some of the racing action here. Let's probably get intel on his, honestly, some intel on his competitors more than anything. Look at the gap that the 13 now has. We'll jump back out here and take a look. Andy Player's now out to nearly 1.3 seconds advantage over Albert Anderson in second position. Andy races out of Concord, New Hampshire. He is super focused at the moment, hitting his marks. He knows he's in a great position. This race does tend to run green, so to be out front as the leader this far out at 1.4 gap now is great news for him as we're getting ready to go for green flag pit stops. If we get through a cycle of green flag pit stops without incident, that's a good indication that we may go flag to flag. Not necessarily we did have one caution, but we may continue to run green to the end of this thing, and so you have to plan for that. $25 laps in. Got about 5 laps. Let's see if we can do a quick through the field. Obviously, here's your leader, Andy Player, right where he started, first position. Trevor Robertson out of McCrory, Arkansas. He's been in a death battle with about 4 or 5 other trucks to hang on to the second position here, but he has done a tremendous job. He moved up 3 positions to take over second and has held on since. Got America's driver Albert Anderson here, 3 wide with the 51 and the 31, and Dustin Wade on his first race back in a while, making his presence felt there in that Reds machine. The 99 there is up 4 spots at the moment, running in third. Oh, gets a little piece of the wall as I talk about it, and he's going to drop 3 positions, maybe 5 right here, as Mike Adamson is here. I missed that earlier. Kelly Killed back there watching this with Scott Rowling, waiting to see where the best lane is going to be. So, back up here now, Dylan Bryant holds the 3rd position. Dustin Wade in the 68. Mentioned he just came back. He has an onboard tonight. See, he is definitely focused. Tight grip on the wheel there. He knows he's got really fast trucks all around him, and he has made his way up 13 positions so far to hold on to 4th before we get ready for this first round of pit stops. Albert Anderson again now into 5th position, up 2 spots. Jacob Alicia just behind him, fighting hard with Mike Adamson. Mike's trying to take that spot away. Mike will be up 2 spots right now in the moment, with Jacob Alicia falling 3. Got Mike in that good-looking orange and black Phoenix machine, racing out of Sanford, Florida. As we mentioned a couple times, Kelly killing that green, a VRN machine. Appreciate the love he's given us there, running for the Vigilante Racing Network. A little loose there with some error behind the 88, but right now Kelly is still up 3 positions, running in 8th. Probably taking stock in where he's at, looking to make smart moves into the and off the pit lane and try to make up some spots there before really getting back after it. Scott Roney, we have an onboard with Scott tonight as well.
13 pitting.
You hear the leader saying he's going to pit here.
Well,
We'll drop back out of this and take a look. And there he goes, folks. Like Scott Roney, Albert Anderson, John Shanebachler. All these guys are making their way down pit lane with him. Keep a look on your leader here. Trevor Robinson takes over the lead.
92 pitting. 01 pitting.
This is right on the money. We expected around lap 30. He came in at the end of 29, crossed to start 30 on pit lane. If he gets off pit lane first. Looks like he hit his box clean. Here we go. See where he cycles out, and that's going to be the key. And how long do these other guys stay out? Go back here to the 6 and the 51, who are super tight here. Six is staying out, so is the 51. 51 tends to run long. I'm kind of that way too. I like to run long, have fresher tires longer, have more fuel the next time I go in pit lane, maybe make it a little bit shorter. This is for the lead at the moment. But they are losing time.
One in the sign. 6 pitting. 6 pitting.
6 is going in. 51's going to look like he may stay out because he's running on the outside there. Yeah, making his way down now. And Jacob Alicia coming down pit lane with him. 1 second, folks. I want to fix one of these camera issue we got going on here. I'm still here, so just hold on 1 second. Get that fixed. And there we go. We're back. All right, we're back up. We got Dylan Bryant now making his way down pit lane. So he went 1 lap further, making his way down here on 33 to start 34 on pit lane for his first service of the night. And these camera angles are hiding it. Gonna move out to this other one. So Mike Everidge is your leader right now. So both he and Scott Milner, first and second, but they both went in on pit lane during that lap 3 or lap 1 caution, or they went in on pit lane on lap 3. He's making his way down now. But that's maybe advantageous later in this race, having the ability to run a few extra laps. It might work out for them. When I say them, I'm talking about, let's see, him and Milner in particular. Got Milner racing out of Pittsburgh, Indiana in that 19 machine. As we caught a glimpse of the happy birthday machine, still really looking rough, that left front end. We appreciate Mayberry doing that up for Lori for her birthday. You can't see it now, but he put New Edition on the truck bed there, one of Lori's favorite groups. I'm sure she appreciated the shout out there. Now, with all that, Andy Player takes over the lead again, and with a sizable advantage through the pit stop cycle. He's now nearly 3 seconds in front of Albert Anderson in a 19 machine.
Must stay high.
So he's feeling pretty good about the way things are running right now. We'll see if the likes of the 51, who went in probably the latest, let's take a look. He went on lap 33 on pit lane. So did Jonathan Osborne. I haven't really seen Jonathan tonight. Jonathan's running in 10th right now. Johnson races out of Woodbury, New Jersey. But yeah, so he went in on 33. Mike Adamson went in on 33. And Dylan Bryant. Mayberry as well. And then Scott Milner, he went in on 34 as well as Mike Evers. So they only went in a little one lap further, not wanting to lose time to the leaders as much as they were. All right, let's take a look at the chat out here. So we got Greg Dobson out there, Beefcake. And first email address, sorry, was a big South Park fan back in the day. Beefcake was Cartman's weight gain formula. And I've watched a few South Park, and I do think it's funny, but I've never watched the entire series. It might be worth going back to watch. Or says, hey there, thank you, Kevin Warnock. Lori says, love new edition, my boys. Thank you, Dave. As you're looking at the 81 machine right now of Jonathan Osborne, let's see if we can find you a battle. Anderson's up here in a hot battle with the 31. Little side draft from Jacob Alicia in that big red Wrigley gum machine. Gotta be careful. Captain America here is going to come through. Superman right behind him. And that 51 of a Dylan Bryant. So that was a pretty close battle here for the moment. Looks like Alicia is going to be able to pull away. Anderson's on 3-lap older tires now, so not necessarily a fair fight between these two. So for Albert to be holding 4th position with that kind of a deficit on tires is outstanding. You should see Dylan Bryant be able to get around him as well, so because he's also a deficit to him. Back behind that, you got Kelly Kill battling with Scott Roney. For 6th position, looks like Roney's actually 1 lap older tires than Kelly, so this is closer to a fair fight. Scott Roney races out of Salt Lake City, Utah. We were about to go on board with him earlier. He's not rocking the red mist tonight. He went with the calm blue, kind of making the mood so he doesn't get upset about anything tonight. He doesn't usually get upset. I just like to kid him on the color choices within the room there. But we appreciate the onboard. Got a great looking man cave going on. Lots of memorabilia. He does scrape the wall there. You saw the sparks coming off. Right now losing a little bit of time. Scott's up 5 positions overall for the night. Right now running in 5th. So having a great run and headed in the right direction, with Jonathan Osborne, however, coming up behind both these guys with much fresher tires. So you should see Jonathan be able to get around them with some relative ease. Speaking of Jonathan, here he comes now, making his move to the bottom around Roney. Just see the difference. Just a few laps make for fresher tires. All right, so they were last on, most of these guys around 30. I'm at 34, so we'll call it about 32. Should see more pit stops once we get another about 18 laps or so, around 62. Bit of a battle going on here between these guys, both on equal tires. That being actually Bryant has a little bit fresher tires trying to get around Jacob Alicia. We kind of expected to see Bryant come through the field. Trying to make his move here. Takes over 3rd spot by a nose right now at the line. Jacob fights back on the outside. Have an onboard for Jacob Alicia as well. Not going to roll over at the 51, and it's really tough on that bottom to complete the pass. You can get alongside. You might even get a nose on them. But if you can't track out to the wall, what I mean by that is you're able to go unwind your steering wheel, go up to the wall, maintain more speed. Since that 31 is on his door, it's really a deficit. And you can see kind of the racecraft going on here for Jacob Alicia. He's able to hold off the 51 at the moment with some really good racecraft, holding the high line, realizing he has a slight deficit, only one lap deficit to the 51. Doing a really good job here tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Back up to the front here. There's only a 0.4 second lead now between Andy Player and Trevor Robertson. Trevor did a great job. He stayed out longer, came in on lap 32, whereas the 13 came in on 29. So he is able to run down your current leader. You're probably going to make the pass pretty quick here as we're on lap 48. So this is all what I was talking about. If we go green here, folks, and I'll take a look right now and show you, and you get spread out, it's all about strategy. When do you go in? Do you undercut? Do you gain that speed early in the run? Do you overcut? Do you have the speed kind of like the 6 is doing right now late in the run? You know, this all comes into play. Do you you see the 6 just get a piece of that wall, and it's probably a product of a little bit of aero push. What I mean by that, when he's behind the 13, he's not getting as much grip on his front tires to be able to turn that machine. You see now he pulls out to get some clean air on his own, that high line. He has the advantage on tires. It needs to keep from bending his or having any kind of wheel damage that takes him out of this fight. You see he's right alongside now. He's going to affect this pass probably before they get to 1 and 2. If he's able to get alongside the 13 before he gets to the wall, he's not. May go down, cut under. It's getting close. Really tight battle here, folks. But you can see everybody spread out. What I was talking about was going to happen if we got spread out. It turns into a strategy race. Oh, you see the 13 just slide it coming out of the corner there. 13 doing a lot of defensive driving as far as the line he's been choosing. He's probably going to lose his position now. He's trying to get down, maybe trying to pull back that 6 machine. Not going to happen. Oh, now he hits the wall too. Probably not enough to do a lot of damage, just maybe a little scraping of the paint there. 6 is going to go around. Oh. Gonna try to pull off the wall. This is Dave Mayberry pulling off the wall gently, not to cause a problem for anybody. He's been having a lot of trouble here tonight since he had that damage on the first lap of the race. Right now, Robertson's out to about a 0.4 advantage over Player. He definitely wanted to get around him quick because he knows the 51 machine of Dylan Bryant is coming. And he's on 1 lap fresher tires than the 6 machine. Another 10 laps, probably at least before we see green flag pit stops here. We're going to do a quick run through the field as they run now. Current leader, Trevor Robertson. Andy Player in second. About to be probably overtaken by the 51 machine of Dylan Bryant and Jacob Alicia. He's on older tires than both these guys. Mike Adamson is in the 5th position, up 3 spots so far tonight. Closely followed by Jonathan Osborne, racing right where he began tonight in 6th position. Albert Anderson running with Kelly Kill there. Albert's in 7th position. Maybe getting passed here by Kelly Kill, who is on slightly fresher tires than he is. Kelly's up 3 spots, running 8th. The 0-2-3 of Scott Roney. Racing here with Dustin Wade. He does have a deficit to Dustin. Dustin should be able to pull this pass off pretty quick. We like Dustin's camera view. Sometimes we catch a glimpse of his kid in there. Super excited to see Dad racing hard, racing well. Having a good run here tonight. Running 10th at the moment, up 7 positions on the evening thus far. Got the closer and that Coors Light machine, John Shanebachler, racing out of Louisville, Kentucky. He's down one spot right now, running in 11th. Make that 2 as he hits pit lane here. Seems like might be a little early. They gave up that spot to Jesse Redding in the 721. Racing out of Knoxville, Iowa. Redding is up 10 spots right now in 11th. Anthony Williams out of Blanchard, Oklahoma, up 8 positions, running in the 18th position, excuse me, the 12th position. Closely followed by Greg Klein there in the 92 machine. Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky, holds down the 14th spot. He's up 1 position from where he began the night. Drop back here to the 35 machine, that Granger machine. Tom Barish out of Pass Christian, Mississippi. Now, Tom, man, he started up in 2nd position, so he's down 13 for the night. I don't know if he had some issues on pit lane or what happened to get him back here in traffic. We'll see if he can rally here in the second half of the race. Sean McDonald, 23, out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, running 16th position, right where he began the night. A bit of a surprise here for Chris Gomes. Kind of expect to see him go forward. He is down 4 positions, running 17th at the moment. Scraping that wall there. Hopefully didn't catch some damage at some point. '19 of Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. Running the Indiana University paint scheme there. Dave Mayberry hanging in there. About 2 laps down to the leaders right now at the moment. Does have much better looking left front end now. Got some more repairs done. Should see him get faster over the course of the evening. If he gets a couple of cautions, might be able to get back on the lead lap. And that's through the field, folks. As we're at lap 59. Should see some green flag pit stops here. And you see Dylan Bryant has caught your leader, Trevor Robertson, that 6 machine. The 19 is not on the same lap with these guys. He's on the tail end of the lead lap, so he'll go a lap down now here. It's a real big piece of the wall there. Oh, able to hold on to it. That's lucky. We see now you see pit stops beginning again, lap 60, a little bit early again. This is right on time for Andy Player. He went in on 30. He looks like he's keeping to a 30-lap stint. Not looking to run it long. Back up front and see if these guys, I don't expect to see them go in. Okay, Chicagoland is a 1.5 mile D-shaped triangle, like I mentioned. It does have 18-degree turns, but in the front stretch it is 11 degrees, and on the back stretch 5 degrees. The 4 corners, the back stretch is a continuous curve, not a straight line, like I mentioned. The Midwest humidity and the shifting winds and the cool night air here have a huge impact on how these cars are going to race, or these trucks rather. You see the 6 machine coming down to go ahead and take his pit stop now. Really gets a little tail happy as he makes his way on the pit lane there.
35 pitting. 35
and
pitting.
as usual, you'll see Dylan Bryant run along here. This track is in, like I mentioned, Joliet, Illinois. It opened in 2001. And NASCAR, the Cup Series rather, hosted races here between that time and 2019, so 18 years. And we are expecting this track to return this coming season. It's on the schedule. Now that the Chicago road course is not there anymore. So it's a high-speed, high-commitment racing with long sweeping arcs that reward momentum and aero stability. We've seen it tonight. Like I mentioned, races more like a plate track in some ways. Not quite as tight, but still the draft has a tremendous effect on these drivers as they're trying to get around here. All right, coming out of 4C, he's going to go in this time. Like he's going to make his way in. That is the 51. Your current leader, Dylan Bryant. Racing out of Stem, North Carolina in that Superman machine. Having a good season, great season. Trying to defend his title here as the Vigilante Premiere Series champion from last season. Here's Scott Milner. Last on pit lane at 34. He should take over the lead here. And he does from Dylan Bryant. But he has yet to make his pit stop. He stayed out long last time. Trevor Robertson will inherit the lead, most likely, having came down on lap 61. Dylan Bryant came down on lap 63. So it's going to be a 2-lap difference between 6 and the 51, who were the guys fighting for the lead late in that last stint.
Getting in.
All right, folks, I'm Nostradamus. I said if we get some green flag running here, spread out a little bit, start having some green flag pit stops, it might run the entire way, and it's kind of what we're seeing. Take a look at track map. You can see we're all the way around this track, totally spread out, different agendas. Trevor Robertson is being chased right now by the Andy player, but he does have 2-lap fresher tires than he does. Jacob Alicia, on the other hand, has 1-lap fresher tires than your leader. So Jacob Alicia may be able to go up here and take the lead here momentarily in that big red machine. He takes second position.
Are you clear?
As he sets his sights on Robertson.
You're no broadcasting, Albert.
Only a 0.2 lead right now. You see Lori putting across the screen there. She wants to crank it up. We'll definitely do that. Well, folks, I hope you guys have big plans for 2026 because Vigilante Racing certainly does. Like I mentioned previously, make sure you don't miss any of the excitement. We are going to be here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for these two series, the Premiere Series and the Vanquish Series. Not to mention special events. We got a lot of endurance racing coming up in the new year. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the racing action. You see the 31 really closing down this gap here now to 0.1. He's going to be challenging for the lead here within the lap, I would imagine. There may not be anything that the 6 machine can do about it. But for this fall season, I haven't mentioned it yet tonight, but I will now. You see 31 making play for the outside line. If he gets there, it's probably going to be the move that's going to get him around the 6. A lot harder to defend if you're on the inside at this track, especially if the car chasing you is faster on fresher tires, and that's what we're seeing right now. The key for the 31 is to keep it out of the fence, though. It's super close right there, but he is gaining momentum on the outside. 13's coming up here to try and maybe help out the 6, but don't think it's going to make a difference. You see the 31 is all the way around now, Jacob Alicia. So as I mentioned, we do have a primary sponsor for both the Vanquish and the Premiere Series, which you're watching tonight, and that is Tow Call, America's Driver 99, Albert Anderson's company in Washington, D.C. So if you live in the metro area of Washington, D.C., and you need a tow, jumpstart, lockout, or a tire change, make sure that you contact Tow Call at towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's Tow Call, all one word, roadside@gmail.com. And they'll be out to assist you very fast and professionally. And we want to thank Albert for sponsoring both series for this fall season of Vigilante Racing. Jacob Alicia's out front, but he is still going to have now the advantage of the draft goes to the 6 machine. And with only a 1 lap advantage, the 6 may be able to hold on here, but we'll find out as the 13 is also going to come up here. 1 lap deficit to the 6 machine. We'll see if he's able to challenge for second. And on better tires than all of them, Dylan Bryant. Right here in the 51. Superman's coming up here to try and take all of these drivers on as they're crossing for lap 73. While we have this opportunity, folks, we will go to a crank it up segment. So if you wanted to hear what it sounds like inside these virtual trucks for these drivers, a lot of them really do run these speaker systems and surround sound wide open so they feel like they're in the action. You too can do it right now. Turn up those speakers on your computer or your television or your headset, and we're going to crank it up for you. Be right back. That was your Crank It Up segment. Hope you enjoyed that. We always like to do that. Make you feel like you're at the track there in Joliet, Illinois. You see Dylan Bryant is now your leader Having passed both Trevor Robertson and Jacob Alicia, he's out to a 0.5 second advantage. Lori's, thank you for the crank it up. You're welcome, babe. 81 laps into 133, folks. They were last on pit lane in the 60s. So your current leader at 63. We've been seeing Trevor Robertson, actually Andy Player as well, kind of the earliest guys going in. Andy went in at 59, crossed for 60. Uh-oh. Just heard Bryant said he touched the wall. Sounds like he's okay, though. Didn't cause any damage. Oh, you see the 6 get into the wall. Right behind him. Really great running by these guys tonight. Really showing off their skills. Being able to race this green like it has been. They got the track map up. Let me explain that a little bit. You see the dots out there with numbers. The numbers represent the position of the vehicle that we're highlighting. Or not highlighting, the position that you see within the dot. The truck that I'm looking at, or in this case, your leader, the 51, has a green circle around him. And, of course, he's in the first position. That's why there's number 1 in the middle. Just so you know what you're looking at. So, for instance, if I go back and look at Greg Klein running in 12th, you can see where he is now, circled in green. And where he's in relation to the leader, about a little more than half a lap down to the leader, as he's making his way now into 1 and 2 as the leader is coming into 4 and out of 4 now. Take a look through the field. They're probably going to be having some green flag pit stops coming up here around 90. To make it to the end, they need to get to 103-ish, maybe a little bit more. This league does employ a green-white checker, 1 opportunity to overtime, only 1, which means they'll need probably an additional 4 laps to what they could run. So actually, it's probably, if they're going to be safe, the closer they can push it to 107, the more likely they would have gas for a green-white checker. As we now just heard that the 01 is hitting pit lane. Like he's coming out of 8th position. You see him really working the steering wheel there as he gets on the pit lane. Probably looking to make it some positions by short pitting. Just see him go up on left and right side for tires. Nick Kelly running that Vigilante Racing Network machine, and we appreciate him putting us on there as his primary sponsor for his truck. That Chevrolet Silverado. Clean pit stop for Kelly. Making his way off the lane now. Falls into 16th position, but as everyone else makes their way down pit lane, that's going to change. Got a lot of trucks coming in right now. Need to be safe. 3 wide almost right there next to him. Here the 82's going on pit lane. See him on screen as we're following around with the 23 of Sean McDonald. The 023 is right there. Just be able to see the 01 just starting to pull on these guys. He's being safe at the moment. Cold tires. Smart play by Kelly Kill. We're at lap 90 here, so let's take a look and see. We got Mike Everidge on pit lane. Greg Klein, Anthony Williams, America's driver Albert Anderson making his way onto the lane. I would be not surprised to see where is Andy Player. Bill's not made his stop yet. Last on it. Actually, no, he did. He went in really early. He went on lap 83. He's playing a strategy here along with John Shanebachler. Closer there in that 12 machine. Lap 84, you had Roney go down. So these guys are playing the strategy now, folks. 6 just called out that he's going to hit pit lane. And Mike Adamson's on pit lane right now. Jesse Redding, 721. Tom Barish, the 35, making his way onto the lane. And now the 6 machine, Trevor Robertson. So those guys who went in at 84 are looking probably to make 2 24-lap runs. Is my estimation. They knew they had to pit twice, so they figure, hey, maybe we'll just take this and turn it into a mini race. Be out there on the freshest tires possible, the longest amount of time, and maybe they can make up some spots. And that might be a good play. We'll see how it works out for them. We'll jump back up here to the 51. I think I just heard him call out that he was going to hit pit lane, so we'll take a look here. Your current leader being chased closely by Jacob Alicia. 5 Machine's not for position. He's just now getting back on track. 31's going to go in with him. Oh, man. They both make it. Looks like they did not speed, so good news. They should hand the lead of the race over to this man, Mr. Andy Player. Having he's one of the lap 84 pit stop scenarios, trying to make up some time and have the freshest tires as possible as he can have out there. Caution just came out though. Don't know how this is going to affect everybody. Looks like it may involve. It's not popping up here on the screen again. There's some issues here lately with some of the overlays.
Couldn't have waited a quarter of a lap.
Yep, that's going to mess up some people's strategies right there.
Good, right?
Trevor Robertson is like I got a crash indicated for him.
I just went out coming off the pit road. I'm sorry, everybody.
No, that's actually the case. Let's get out of this
That's 2
scene
early on,
here.
boy.
No, that was early.
I owe you a lot.
It's all good, buddy.
Listen to the radio. Sounds like it involves Jonathan Osborne coming off pit lane. Yep, right there. Old tires coming off pit lane. Oh, yeah. Just touches the white line just enough to go sideways, and iRacing through the caution for that. Well, this, folks, as they say, changes everything. We're lap 94. They're a good 9-10 laps away from being able to make it the whole way. They don't have unlimited tires. I mentioned they had 4 sets. And I think they've used up pretty much 3 sets so far, most of them. They do have a set in the pit lane, but they do have to go in and get fuel again before the end of this race. So now they have a really hard choice. Do I go in now? Do I take tires now? Most of them just came off with fresh tires. I probably wouldn't take tires if I was in their shoes, but let's take a look and see what happens here. But most are staying out. Really nobody on the lane. We see no takers at the moment. There's one, Howard Anderson, 35, Tom Barish. There's 2 guys going down.
Hey, Lori, it's telling me to pass the pace truck, but I'm the leader.
I.
And if I go, I'm going to trap everybody like on the end of the lead lap.
Yeah, just stay there, buddy. Don't do it.
All right, I might have to get a black clear, maybe.
I will. If you get a black, I'll clear it, but do not pass on.
So it looks like there's some discussion up front. You saw just quick fuel only, looks like, for Anderson.
So are we starting single file?
No, you're not.
iRacing says everybody's on the inside right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm on the inside. I don't know.
Because iRacing thinks Dylan should be a lap up on everybody. Just roll with it.
Yeah, please just roll with it.
Sorry, 88.
All right, I backed this up just to see.
Flag, green flag.
Sounds like we're back green, folks. Want to take a quick look and see what it was that Albert had done. I was listening to the front runners there. We're back underway. Dylan Bryant still has the lead. Jacob Alicia's second. There was some discussion on the radio about iRacing and was confused about who should be behind or in front of the pace truck, and it caused some issues, but it looks like these guys got it worked out with Lori. All right, so all these guys, your leaders here, came in last on lap 92 to get tires. Both of these front runners. 83 for Player. You may lose some spots here because Trevor Robertson went on lap 90, 89 for Mike Adamson just behind him. Oh, you see a clip again of the wall. I think that was the 13. We're going to battle for the lead right now between Jacob Alicia and Dylan Bryant. Very evenly matched on tires and everything at the moment. $35 laps to go. And one more pit stop for sure. And looking at the lineup, everyone's on the lead lap except for Dave Mayberry back in 20th. So everything you're looking at is for position now. '51 starting to gain a little bit of an advantage now to 0.3. See if he can maintain this pace. Now that we've come out of the pit stops, run through the field right now and let you know where your favorite driver is running. 51, Dylan Bryant there on top spot, being hounded by Jacob Alicia in second. Jim Robertson's in that wall again. Man, he's really been hitting that a lot tonight. Take a look at his side. Let's see. Let's see a little bit of scrape there. We'll look from the rear. Still okay on that fender. But man, you're really flirting with disaster. Having a great run tonight. Hate to see anything happen to him. You see the side of the truck looks pretty good. Maybe a little flattened. Mike Adamson up 4 spots right now in 4th. Having a good run. Is a few laps deficit on his tires compared to the guys in front of him. But running very well. Andy Player mentioned also he went in at lap, it's like 83. Definitely going to be falling back along with John Shanebacher here. Couple lap fresher tires. You got Kelly Kill up 4 spots right now. Running away for the 3 guys behind him there who are on, let's see, Jesse Redding's actually on fresher tires. '51 fans out there tonight saying good racing by everyone, but pulling for the 51, obviously. Look at this. This is getting... See, this is getting a little sporty right here. Not missing much up front, folks. Another 0.2 second advantage between Alicia and Bryant. They are fighting hard, though. We'll go back up there in just a moment. See the 81 getting to the fence just a bit there. Well, Alicia's able to hold this within a 0.2 advantage. He's closing back in again, 0.17, 0.16. He may have been content to sit there and ride a bit, let the 51 push the air, push his tires, and push the pace, waiting for his opportunity just to pounce. We'll see. 104 laps. You can make it from the to the end from here if you take fuel at this moment. Like I mentioned, you probably want to go to like 107 to be safe for a potential green-white checker finish. Going back through the field again. Keep an eye on that. Again, Trevor Robertson still maintaining third. Mike Adelson in fourth position. Andy Player, fifth. Jonathan Osborne back up to sixth. Oh, as he gets into the wall, as I mentioned that. He's also been kind of rim riding tonight like the six has. He's running right where he started with Jesse Redding behind him, having moved up 14 positions. Tremendous run for the 721 racing out of Knoxville, Iowa. Kelly Kill just behind him, up 3 spots, running 8th. With John Shanebachler, Louisville, Kentucky's own, up in 9th, up 1 spot overall for the evening. And Scott Roney, Salt Lake, Utah. Let's see, Scott's up 2 positions right now, running in 10th. And I had a good blue hue on him tonight. Looks like something changed with his camera a little bit. We can see him, but the colors are a little bit mismatched there. See the one machine coming up in here. He's on lap 83. He's trying to get away from the 82 machine, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. But Chris is up 2 spots now, running in 11th. 82 is going to challenge him here on the bottom. Mike Evers, that is, and potentially Greg Klein in that 92 machine. Average is up 3 spots overall, running 12th. Greg Klein, racing out of Wausau, Oklahoma. Wausau. Hope I'm saying that right. Up 6 positions, running 13th. Got Dustin Wade out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Mentioned he's back after a little bit of a hiatus from us here. Having a good run here right now in that 68 machine. He's up 3 positions. And a good looking setup there. Customized for speed. All right, welcome back, Wade. Glad to have you. Anthony Williams in that good Weiser machine, number 5, racing out of Blanchard, Oklahoma. Anthony is up 5 spots, running 15th at the moment. Behind him, Sean McDonald in the 23 machine. The only Canadian on the field tonight. We have about 4 consistently in the field. So he's representing his country here. At the moment, running 16th. Yeah, Tom Barris mentioned he started up in 2nd position here tonight, running 14 positions down in 16th spot right now at the moment. Scott Miller down 3, running 17th out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. And we got the 13 machine is now on pit lane, your pole sitter. Currently sitting in 18th. Sure, this is a planned stop with 23 laps to go. There he goes, 4 tires, and he's back underway. See how this works out for him. He needs this to go green, though, for this to pay off. And now, 99 machine, Albert Anderson, racing out of Washington, D.C. And his company is the primary sponsor of this season for both of our series. Both the Vanquish and the Premiere Series is a tow company, Tow Call. If you live in Washington, D.C. metro area, you need a tow, jump start, lockout, or tire change, Tow Call is your company. Give them a notice at towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. They'll be able to get out there quickly and professionally to help you out.
Go hi, Dustin.
Thank you, Albert, for sponsoring this series tonight. Love the paint scheme, buddy. America's driver. Then we got the birthday machine, Dave Mayberry. Dave having a little bit of a rough time from the very beginning of the race tonight. And happy birthday to Renee. That's Lori's middle name. And actually, I'm going to take a little bit of broadcaster privilege here. I'm going to show you the truck. You can see behind the scenes a bit. I apologize for this, but take a look here. Got one of our favorite bands on there, Backstreet Boys. Excuse me, New Edition, not Backstreet Boys. She's going to kill me for that. We got to get with Mayberry on spelling New Edition there. But happy birthday to Lori nonetheless. Got some action on the side here. And the hood. And he got the birthday banner at the top wrong, but you know, the thought's what counts. Either that or he's just messing with her. So we appreciate you doing that for Lori tonight on the occasion of her 29th birthday there, David.
Nope, all good. Worked out.
All right, folks, we'll jump back up front here and we'll show you what's happening. 19 to go. '51 machine is trying to get away from Alicia, but he's just hanging on to him, trying to throw some kryptonite up in that truck bed. Maybe slow the 51 down and take away the victory here. A little Lex Luthor action. He is in a green truck, so I mean, maybe it does represent a little bit of a kryptonite. Not quite green enough for my liking. And both of these guys are 7 seconds out in front of third position, which is now Jonathan Osborne. Jonathan having a rally here. He's back in the pack earlier. He's now in third position. He finishes here, I'm sure he'll be ecstatic. Dustin Waite just behind him. These guys passed and all went on pit lane. Boy, Dustin's not dropping any spots, but he still has yet to make his pit stop, so that's going to be the difference. 13 machine right there. Like we mentioned, he needs this to go green to have a chance to do anything with it. As you see, Wade making his way on the pit lane. Player is up to 13th. He's being pushed right now by Mike Adamson. I think both these guys might be on the same strategy. One lap difference between them. Adamson's actually about 2 laps. Adamson came in 2 laps after Player, so he's pushing him at the moment. They're trying their best. He's probably lined up just to get as much distance as they can on the leaders, hoping that by the time they hit pit lane, it won't be enough time for these guys to make up the deficit. You see, this battle continues between these two guys here. Alicia's starting to get some advantage here. P51 up on the wall. Jacob Alicia known for saving his stuff till late in the race. And he makes the pass as the 51 looks like he's going to go down pit lane. Oh, that was probably pretty close. I'm going to take a look at that, actually. It was close between him and Mayberry. Oh, that could have been disastrous. That was almost like a Ty Dillon incident right there. Then when does Alicia go in?
31 in this lap.
He needs to go in this lap because he had just passed the 51. He's going to give up time if he doesn't go in and get his new shoes right now. Really coming in hot, makes it good. Let's see. I don't know if he got down to speed or not. We'll find out if he's in the pit lane for longer than about 16 seconds. Probably less, 14 if you're fast. Jonathan Osborne's on pit lane. Scott Milner would take over the lead yet again, having run long on some of these based on his pit strategy. All right, folks, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We do have special events that are coming up here in 2026. We don't want you to miss them. They don't occur at regular times. Most of them are going to be endurance racing, opportunity for these guys to turn left and right. We have some great road course racers here in both of our series under the Vigilante Racing League umbrella. I want you to come out and check these guys out. They work hard at it, and they are really entertaining to watch. Scott Miller should hit pit lane here soon, handing over the lead to Trevor Robertson. Here's Trevor Robertson right now. He is 3 seconds in front of Jacob Alicia. Can these guys make up 3 seconds in 10 laps? That's the question. Trevor Robertson was on pit lane at 113. Looking like an 8-lap difference here. Show you the map. You can see the number 2 is circled right there at the top of the map, coming across the start finish line, or actually backstretch middle right now. You see the 1 going into the turn there. That is Trevor Robertson. That is your difference. And the difference in time is already under 3 seconds. I mean, 9 laps to go here. Jacob Alicia is in the catbird seat, it appears, having just come in at lap 121. Question is, did he take tires? Dylan Bryant has fallen back, came in at 120. He's in 5th right now. If we're looking at your leader now, we'll click on the 5th position. You'll see how far back that is. That's at least a quarter lap with only 8 laps to make up the difference. I don't know if this is going to work out for the 51. And he has a 1-lap deficit to Jacob Alicia on tires. This is probably going to be your race for the win right here, folks, between the 31 and the 6. We're coming around to 7 laps to go. You're looking from the back of Jacob Alicia. Races out of Indianapolis, Indiana. He sees where he needs to go. He's got that 19 in between them, but that 6 machine crossing the start-finish line up ahead right now is where he needs to go. Question is, does he have time to get there? And then once he gets there, does he gonna have enough tire left to be able to make the pass? The math says he's probably going to get close.
Thank you, Mike.
Everything else is going to depend on racecraft.
Staying high, Dylan. And pull me there.
Oh, it's close up.
He's got way too loose right there.
Got Drew B03 out there saying, Robertson, let's go. He will win it all. And it's going to be tight, man. We're at a 1.78 gap between these guys. Not quite 2 seconds. 5 laps to go. Now, I know a lot of people would prefer, carnage and restarts and everything else, but this is the stuff that gets me excited, folks. How is it going to play out? Who has the best strategy? Who made the right calls throughout the race to put themselves in this position to bring home the trophy here tonight on the top step? Jacob Alicia's done a tremendous job right now. Does he have time? He may. He is locked in at the moment. You see he's focused. Pursing his lips there. Holding on. He is not that far back. He is now under a 1.5 seconds. 4 laps to go. That's the difference, folks. Trevor Robertson, tremendous driver. Good in all facets of racing. Short track, super speedway, intermediate, and really good at taking care of his stuff and making the right calls. Has had some tremendously bad luck here recently.
Getting in.
He's hoping for a little bit of luck tonight that Alicia doesn't have enough tire to get to him. and that he gets to this last few laps. He wants to see that white flag as soon as possible, and he doesn't want to see that 31 filling up his mirror. The gap is under a second. As we look off the front nose of the 6, coming around for 2 to go. You hear him feathering the throttle, keep it out of the wall. He's been flirting with that wall all night. Gap is down to 0.6. With a 99 play into this, 99's a lap down here. Actually going to be a lap down. Coming around for the white flag. 99's out of the way. Here it is. 1 lap to go. Can he hold on? 0.2 is the difference. And right on board here with the 31. A straightaway and 2 turns to go for 6. Can Robertson pull this one off? Can the 31 get around him? Going to go around for the outside. Is the 6 going to get there first? Oh, and he does. No, Jacob Alicia brings it home. Top step of the podium, just edges him out by 0.01. It's not even, it shows all zeros on your screen there, folks, on the left-hand side, but I'm looking at the telemetry, and the margin of victory is 0.01. Alicia is able to pull this off. Heartbreak for the 6 machine yet again. Trevor Robertson having such great runs here in the mid part of the season, not able to bring it home one more time. That's going to really sting. But tremendous job there by the 31 machine of Jacob Alicia.
Damn, that was close.
Man.
Wow, what a close race. Good win, man.
0.01.
What a race, folks. As we're going to watch Jacob Alicia burn it down here. Before we get these guys up into the booth for interviews, make sure you like, subscribe. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk to your champion, or actually your top 3. So we're going to have interviews with Alicia, Robertson, and Dylan Bryant brings it home, 3rd step of the podium. Tonight's winner, Jacob Alicia, Indianapolis, Indiana's own. Weeks 1 out, folks, by 0.01, the margin of victory. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back and we're ready to interview your top 3 drivers here tonight. We're going to start with 3rd step on the podium, Mr. Dylan Bryant. Having a great run here tonight. Hey, Dylan, sound in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir. What's
Hey, man, what a great run for you here tonight. I mean, you're up one spot from where you began the race, but it looked like you had it well in hand. Maybe that caution threw off your strategy. Just tell me, what was your plan, and where do you think it kind of fell apart a little bit for you to be able to bring home the top trophy tonight?
It fell apart when I was in charge of my own pit strategy. So I beat myself again. And it happens a lot more than it should. I was thinking about just switching it up at the end and just taking just enough fuel to be able to make it to the end with right sides only, and I'm sure that's what Jacob did. And I think I cycled back out in like 12th or 13th place. So dug myself out of a big hole. I mean, it was a good points night and stuff, but of course, when you beat yourself, it just stings a little bit more.
No, I've been there, man, and I talked during the race how you like to run long. That's what I like to do. I like to have the speed late in the run, but sometimes it can catch you off guard a little bit whenever the other guys undercut you at just the right time, especially depending on how cautions fall and if we're able to get on and off pit lane, very efficiently. So you had great speed. You came in here as a championship leader. You're looking to defend that title, and you're well on your way, man. How do you feel about that?
It feels great. I got a few drought weeks with some good finishes, so I'm already. It's at the point of the season where I switch gears and I start to calculate and figure out who I need to race harder than others, and just trying to take a 10th place car and get a 3rd place or a 2nd or a win. So it's about points now. It sucks, but I got quite a few tracks that I'm dang good in, and hopefully I can snack up a few more wins and maintain a small gap. And but it's a lot of fast guys, man. They it's just not about being fast. You got to have a perfect night, a night to win here, and that is also what makes the league so great too. It's it's very competitive, and that's why I get disappointed in myself to get 3rd, because these wins are hard to come by.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But you had a tremendous run here tonight. You're in great shape in the championship points. Before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, first and foremost, final shout out to Lori. It's her birthday, so happy birthday, Lori. Of course, everything that she does for us on the track and off the track, and for VRL, and of course you, Alan. I definitely love to go back and watch the broadcast and stuff from the start to the finish. Even though I know the outcomes of them, but it's still great to go back and watch it. And then of course Team All Star. Can't say enough for Albert and Tom, and I know Jack is doing his. He couldn't make it tonight, so shout out to him as well. And I wish everybody a happy New Year, and I hope everybody's blessed in 2026, and also all of my friends and stuff that tunes in every week to watch the broadcast. So shout out to them too.
Yeah, for sure. You got tremendous fans out there, man. We look forward to seeing you next week at Watkins Glen, and Happy New Year to you, buddy. All right.
Same to you. Have a good night, Alan.
Yeah, good night. All right, your 3rd place machine, Mr. Dylan Bryant, bringing it home, 3rd step of the podium. As we're going to move one more step up here, we're going to talk to tonight's 2nd place driver, Mr. Trevor Robertson. Hey, Trevor, sound in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, Trevor, I thought I was going to be talking to you as the as the champion of this race, and you just got beat out by the slimmest of margins. 0.01 is what I was reading, but great job, man. How do you feel about it? It's got to be disappointing. You've had such great runs here lately, but not the finishes that you wanted. This is a good finish, but I know you've had some really rotten luck recently.
Yeah, I can't be mad about this one. I mean, it was just the draft kept it all, the top 3-4 together the whole race, and it was just, if you tried to save tires and you'd lose track position, and you just really couldn't do that this race. I got a little bit behind in that next to last run there, and I burnt my tires up, hit the wall a couple times. So I figured my only chance was to hit earlier than them, take 4, because I kind of figured Jacob would only take 2, and it almost worked.
Do you know for a fact he took 2?
Yeah, he took 2 for sure.
Yeah, he's really good at saving his tires, man. But what a great run by you. At one point, you fell back a bit. I know you were kind of playing strategy. This thing went green, so people were all over the place. As me watching, I'm trying to figure out what everybody's doing, and you did a great job. I thought you had this one, but by the slimmest margins. But congratulations, nonetheless. I'm sure this feels better than some of the recent kind of mishaps when you're running really well and you end up not finishing in the top 15 or 20. So great job on that. But before I let you go, man, Happy New Year. And do you have any shouts for teams, fans, or family?
I just shout out to my family watching, and shout out to you and Lori for doing a great job with this league, and you good job with the broadcast, and shout out to Kelly and Greg. You know, it's fun racing with different folks since most of my teammates are, you know, not around this season. And Happy New Year to everybody, and that's pretty much it.
All right, buddy. Happy New Year to you as well, and we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.
All right, thank you.
Good night. All right, folks, second place finisher, Mr. Trevor Robertson. We're going to move to the top step of the podium now to your winner here tonight, Mr. Jacob Alicia. And as I pull Jacob in, hey, Jacob, was down in the booth, but you got me.
Hi, Alan. How's it going, brother?
Hey, man, it's going very well. Let me see if I don't have your camera up anymore. Did I lose your camera? So we'll just keep you up like this. We're fine. So, man, great run tonight. You won by such a small margin. 0.01 was on my telemetry. It said all zeros on the broadcast. So what was the key? Yeah, it was tight.
I mean, the top 4 or 5 guys were all so similar in pace. It just came down to strategy and how you played your cards. I really need to give a shout out to the guys on my team, because Aaron Warren did some research earlier in the practice session to figure out how effective a 2-tire stop would be. And when that last caution came out, we figured out it'd be a full stint and a 10-lap stint, and that was just perfect for 2 tires to work. Trevor pulled a really smart idea of grabbing 4 tires early and trying to run away with it, and it almost worked out for him. Almost.
Yeah, it was super close. I thought he was going to just edge you out, but man, that momentum you had on the top line brought it home for you.
My only regret is on Lori's birthday, a green car comes out on front, and I know how she feels about that.
Oh, you shouldn't feel regret. You should feel that's awesome. I even mentioned it in the broadcast a little bit, by the way. Whenever you were running really well up towards the front, man. But hey, congratulations. Great run here tonight in that big red double mint machine. Do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family before I let you go?
Yeah, Aaron and John, thanks a lot for your support today, guys. I couldn't have won it without you. I literally could not have. So awesome. Thank you. Had a couple of guys screaming in my YouTube chat, so hats off to my viewers, guys, and my friends that were in there. So really appreciate it. Can't wait to celebrate here once we finish up.
Nah, for sure, man. We look forward to seeing you next week at Watkins Glen, and congratulations once again on the win here tonight at Chicagoland.
Thanks, Alan.
Good night. All right, folks, that was your winner here tonight, Mr. Jacob Alicia. We'll take one more check on everything. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. All right, so let's go over the results before we let you go. And they're going to pop out right there. So Jacob Alicia top step, Trevor Robertson second, Dylan Bryant third, Mike Adamson brings it home fourth, Chris Goins fifth, Jesse Redding sixth, Andy Player seventh, John Shanebacher eighth, Kelly Keel 9th, Jonathan Osborne 10th, Greg Klein 11th, Scott Roney 12th, Sean McDonald 13th, 14th was Anthony Williams, Mike Everidge 15th, Dustin Wade 16th, Tom Bear 17th, Scott Milner in 18th, America's driver Albert Anderson in 19th, Dave Mayberry in 20th, and Aaron Warren in 21st. Both those last drivers had early problems, kind of took them out of the running there. So with that, we got through the results. But before I go tonight, folks, before I close out this broadcast, I want to recognize someone who rarely seeks attention, but is truly the heartbeat of VRL, my wife, Lori. She organizes and oversees every event and ensures races run smoothly. She mediates disputes with fairness and clarity and holds our drivers accountable with competitive integrity always at the forefront. She serves as an advocate, a counselor, and a cheerleader for these drivers, and her dedication and leadership shape the culture of VRL more than anything else. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, today is her birthday, so please join me one last time in celebrating the person who gives so much of herself to this league, and we couldn't and wouldn't continue it without her. So happy birthday, sweetheart. We love you. Thanks for everything you do for us. And with that, folks, round 7 is in the books, and we look forward to Watkins Glen for round 8 next week, so be sure to tune in to VRN at 8:45 Eastern Standard Time. But until then, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.